Dora, we've got another extraordinary and extremely architectural object here. Can you tell us actually what it is?
It's a salt cellar, but it looks like a small classical temple. And it's in the latest Mannerist style, which is why you've got these lovely columns projecting from the middle of each side of the square base. It's a lovely feature.
I see, rather than at the corners.
Rather than at the corners. So very playful, breaking all the classical rules. But it's a fantastic temple that opens up to reveal the receptacle for the salt here. And then if I unscrew the finial, which could also serve, I think, as a small pepper pot, or perhaps for nutmeg, grated nutmeg here in the top. You can see the maker's mark and the date letter, which is T for 1576-7. And you can see the maker's mark is 3 trefoils in a shield, which is presumably an Antwerp mark. So another stranger goldsmith bringing in the latest designs from abroad.
Yes.
And a very beautiful old screw fitting here. So if I put this back on the top, you can see the whole object once again in its beautiful temple-like glory. The whole thing is constructed around this remarkable 5-sided piece of rock crystal, which is hollowed within and now contains, very suitably for a salt cellar, the sea god Neptune. I hope you can see him probably multiplied by the effects of the rock crystal within the salt cellar. But what's really significant is that this is clearly a very important piece of rock crystal, which is also almost a mystical thing in the 16th century, because it's probably been taken from a Catholic reliquary that was destroyed in the Protestant Reformation here in England, that might have contained originally inside a piece of a saint or something of great religious significance, now used for this god Neptune.
And this again, this piece has great significance to the company itself. But again, how do we know its history? How do we know how it came to the company?
Well, typically its history is recorded in 2 places, on the object itself and in our court books. It was given by Simon Gibbon, who was a senior goldsmith, in 1632. And if I hold it this way up, I hope you can see the inscription clearly on the base, the gift of Simon Gibbon. 1632, and he gave it after a very hot day, St Bartholomew's Day, when the wardens were going around checking for substandard wares just around the hall here in the area of St Bartholomew, Smithfield. And they had a little dessert, and he was invited, and at the dinner he gave this piece to the company. So it's another example of a piece of plate given to the company as a record of fellowship and friendship. And if I stand it up again, you can see the object once again in all its wonderful Mannerist grandeur and profusion.